pressure copywriting tips for beginners. In this video taken from the salesman.org archives, you're going to learn a series of pressure-based copywriting techniques that are perfect for beginners. These techniques will help you break through when a prospect says, well, I want your product, but not quite enough to do a deal right now. So next up, pressure tactics. If you're using these two pressure-based structures or formulas to get attention from a potential partner, well, there's a few extra ways I'm going to share right now to really turbocharge the pressure to elicit a response. And remember, there's always a level of influence being used by the top salespeople on the planet, and you as a sales legend should be using this level of influence as well. Because the only thing that anyone ever buys out of their own initiative that is just routine are commodities like toilet paper, microwave meals, and nonsense like that. However, if you look at toilet paper, hopefully after this training, after this video, you're going to see that even they're using pressure tactics to make you spend a little bit more on some random pattern that makes no difference, or 3-ply rather than 2, which again is unnoticeable when you're wiping your bum. These pressure tactics are ubiquitous, and let's dive into the first one, which is intimidation. Now, when I say intimidation, I don't mean emailing your potential partner and saying if they do not reply to this email within the next 5 minutes, you're going to send around a group of friends to throw bricks through their office windows. What I'm talking about is you take a position, you take a stand, you position yourself that you don't really need the potential customer, you don't really need this potential partner, and you don't really care all that much if they do a deal and it comes to fruition or not. This takes scarcity off the table. It makes you look like the prize, or it makes you look like the legend that you are in the industry. You're overbooked, right? You're oversubscribed. And we can do this by showing that there's only a limited number of calls or appointments available in our calendar. For example, we can start to leverage the buyer's pride and ego by saying something like, well, we're not looking to work with everyone in the market, and we're only reaching out to very specific individuals like yourself. And something that I do with the sales school, especially when it's not individuals, if it's a organization with kind of more than 10 to 15 people who want to get involved with the sales school, I make them go through an application process. You might have gone through this yourself. This pre-qualifies individuals before I even get on the phone with them. And it raises the perception of it's as difficult to get into. If I get into it, my ego is going to get stroked because it means that I've got the potential to really crush it and win. Now, of course, this is slightly different if you're playing a numbers game and you need to sell 500 potential partners this year. This might not be so applicable. But if you're selling higher value deals, like what I did in medical devices, where I only needed kind of 5 to 10 large deals each year to win one or so a month, every couple of months, then this extra step of friction aligns you as an expert in the mind of your buyer, and it allows you to do a lot of the upfront qualification in one fell swoop before you even pick up the phone. Tactic number 2 is giving away money at a discount. So if there is a clear ROI for your product or service, well, people hopefully will want to jump on the phone with you immediately. If you can create this idea in the mind of the buyer by framing the proposed purchase so that it actually costs nothing, so it costs zero and it's going to give $1 million worth of benefits, then it's a no-brainer, right? I want you to imagine standing in front of a crowd and giving away, they don't exist, but giving away £1,000 notes and then only charging people £20 to be able to get close to you to grab one. It's crazy, right? I mean, probably at first people will think it's a scam. Well, it would be a scam because £1,000 notes don't exist. Probably a good scam to go to a city centre and try this because you'd be collecting a lot of 20s and giving out a lot of fake cash. But certainly they did exist, right? You might need a police officer to stand next to you to verify that these are real $1,000 notes, but people are going to be queuing up, people are going to be fighting, they're going to be scrapping with you if the ROI is I give you £20 or dollars and you give me £1,000 or dollars in return. So let's not overcomplicate this. Let me give you a quick example that could be copy in an email, right? So if you paid more than $30,000 in taxes last year, I guarantee our service will be worth at least $10,000 in savings, and it only costs $200 a month. That in an email is something that's written by a marketer. That is something that is written by someone who's doing a lot of data collection and they know all the buttons and triggers that are being pushed. If you can do that bespoke to an individual, they're going to call you back. You're going to have incredible open and reply rates. The goal here is to turn the call of action into your email into just a complete no-brainer so that the potential partner is just, they're an idiot if they don't get on the phone with you if you can craft an email using this type of copy. So tactic 3, we're going to start to appeal to people's egos. And we've subtly been doing this throughout all these examples, but this final pressure tactic, will describe one of the underlying reasons why people buy anything, from fancy shoes to shiny cars to GTRs, whatever it is, and everything in between. People will spend a lot of money because of their ego. So let's take something incredibly mundane like a office photocopier, right? This product is commoditized. It's perhaps feature rich, but it's really benefit low. And so it is a very difficult product to sell, especially in the B2B space. Now, there are many practical reasons for owning a photocopier, a copying machine. In fact, it might be one of the most important office purchases that can be made, perhaps behind just the computers themselves or the desks themselves. But trying to get a busy office manager on the phone to talk about trading in one copier that works 95% of the time for one that does a very similar job, well, that's a difficult sale to make. So let's play on the ego a little bit with this example. So, can your office afford to appear to be behind the times to both your employees and your clients? Or is it important for you personally and the organization to be perceived as a successful organization which is in tune with the current office trends? This is going to pull on the individual's ego, and now that I've shared these examples with you, you're going to see all of this all over the place. It's not limited to just technology products. You're going to see it used to sell golf clubs, cars. BMW specifically have advertisements where they basically make you feel bad if you're not wealthy enough to own a BMW. That's pretty much the whole of the premise of their marketing campaign. You're going to see everywhere that a product would otherwise be a commodity if they didn't use some of these tactics. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to click subscribe, leave a comment below what you thought about the video and the content itself, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video.